Okay, so next I want to tackle that scenario I was mentioning before where a client does not run the verification trigger, so it still sends us money, sends us funds/money. There we go. So this means that the sale could be closed and or they could not be in the KYC whitelist and they could still send funds to our contract here, which may cause some odd behavior. So what we want to do is find out if they did send it to us. We want to find that out and we want to then reject. Well, no, sorry, I shouldn't say reject those funds. We should issue a notification saying that those funds need to go back. We can't accept those funds here, especially from a country that has anti-money laundering rules where you have to do KYC. If we were to take money from someone who didn't go through the KYC process and couldn't associate that money to a known entity, we're in trouble, right? So we'd have to send that money back here. So what I want to do is figure out what they've sent to our contract here. So I've got a few little methods already pre-canned here that I'm going to put in. So I've got this method here called get sent to contract that takes in an asset ID. So again, this gets our transaction, it gets the outputs in it, and then it goes over each one of the outputs and checks to see if it equals that asset ID. So if our contract is taking NEO or it is taking gas, we can do a check for that here. So here we can do NEO contribute and this is gas asset ID. So this is going to tell us what was sent to our contract in NEO and gas. So I want to do a few checks in here, and this code's going to get really ugly. So we're going to do a refactoring on it, but I just want to write it out so you can kind of follow the logic. So if the sale is not open, if NEO contribute value is greater than 0, so if they have sent NEO, refund NEO and then we're going to do the same thing here for gas. Actually, I can just change that. Oh my goodness. So here, if the sale is closed and they've sent us funds, we're going to issue a refund. Now, if not, is KYC verified, we're also going to send a refund here. So you can see how terrible this code is. It's, you know, really not the greatest, but I wanted to show you that. So what's going to happen here is that this is going to issue a notification on the blockchain saying to refund NEO, oh, the amount. We should probably say to who. So we're going to go got this nice get sender method. So we're going to say the amount and then who to send that back to here. So this isn't going to automatically happen. There's nothing listening saying, hey, I'll do a refund on there. This is code that we are going to have to write as another app that's listening on the blockchain and can automate that refunding, or we can do it manually. We can do it with an airdrop script at the end. And that's typically what I've done, is anyone who gets to this point, which does happen less and less as more and more clients support the verification triggers. You don't have many of these come in. It's usually people maybe trying to skirt it, the system. Then, yeah. So also, I just realized there's a bug in here. We're going to have to wrap these in return statements as well to exit the method. Because what a client can do is they could call a method, call they could call total supply and pass in, 5 Neo. We don't want it to ever even run these methods. If they've supplied Neo and are trying to run a method, then we're going to return false here. So now we got to clone this down here. So I'll probably go through and do a bit of a refactoring on this. I'm not going to bore you with that. I'm just going to make a method that will check all this in a simpler way. And I think that is going to be it for this video. I thought actually that would take longer here. Yeah, the last thing we're going to have to do is implement the minting. So I'm going to do that in the next video. So I'll see you then.